全身64個の転結をついた。お前はもう立てもしない。
Okay, hello again, and welcome back to my reaction to Naruto episode 61. I just quickly went downstairs to get myself some fruit. It's my dessert with, it's not the best dessert. It's not no red velvet cake or vanilla chocolate almond flakes ice cream, but it's still dessert. And with strawberry yogurt, so yeah, I'm set for this episode. We went from a 7.4 score to an 8.7. I am looking forward to seeing the score of this episode. What are you going to give me?
少しは楽しませてくれよ、ナルト君。
視覚ゼロ、もう一つの絶対防御。
俺もそうバカじゃないと言ったろ。本体ならお前が攻撃すればするほどその一体が明白になる。本体はお前だ。
ナルト君、負けないで。だから勝手に決めんなって言ってんだろうが。
イエーイ。
よっしゃー。
So cute。
そもそもこっちは玉砕覚悟で突っ込んでんだってばよ。さあやった。なんだ今の。
勝ったと思ったか。
That's what he was practicing with Tintin, right?
回転。
あれがネジの防御よ。この野郎、なめんなよ。ネジの白眼の最大視界はほぼ360度。そしてその白眼で相手の攻撃をすべて感知。
She said,
こ
"Oh
こか
my."
らネジの防御法。
That is where Neji's defense mechanism begins. The Hakesho Kaiten, divination.
八卦章回転は始まるのよ。あれは父上の。
回転はヒューガ宗家、つまりヒューガの跡目だけに代々伝えられる秘術だ。それを独自で作り上げたというのか。なんというやつだ。まさかここまで。
これで終わりだ。お前
Damn,
は
you keep getting ahead of yourself.
俺の
dude.
八卦の領域内にいる。銃剣法八卦64章。
まさかあの構えは。
16 章。
よいしょ。
よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ。 よいしょ
本家の者が宗家を超えるか。
終了だな。
Is it
ヒューガの
though?
血形限界の
I
力が
don't see how he could come
決し
back
て
from
後を
that,
継げ
but
ぬ分家の子にこれほど。
I also don't see how that could be the end of a Naruto fight.
日差しよ、やはりヒューガの家はお前が。
全身64個の転結をついた。お前はもう立てもしない。悔しいか。変えようのない力の前にひざまずき、己の無力を知る。努力すれば必ず夢が叶うなんてのはただの幻想だ。
This is for them. This is for them. Come on, come on, come on. You're fighting not only for yourself, but for others.
こいつバカな。
言っただろ。俺は諦めが悪いんだって。
バカな。
お前まだ試合のダメージが。僕が見てあげよう。
なんでおめえはそんなに強えのに。なんで全部見透かしたような目してあんなに頑張ってる日向のことを精神的に追い込むようなことしやがったんだ。
お前には関係のない話だ。
日向をバカにして落ちこぼれだと勝手に決めつけ。
I can tell you why, Naruto. Because he's actually hurt and frustrated at himself, and he tries to tear down others for trying hard because he's already given up. So he doesn't want to see others persevering despite difficult circumstances. He needs to see other people give up too to feel better about himself.
宗家だか分家だか何があったかそんなの知んねえけどな。他人を落ちこぼれ呼ばわりするクソ野郎は俺が絶対許さねえ。
日向宗家には代々伝わる秘伝忍術がある。それが呪印術。
呪印術。
その呪いの印はカゴの中の鳥を意味し、それは逃れられない運命に縛られた者の証。
なんだ。
What does that mean? You are not chosen?
その因が。
4歳のある日、俺はその呪印術によりこの忌まわしい印を額に刻まれた。その日は宗家の跡継ぎが3つになる待望の日だったからだ。日向様の3歳の誕生日だ。俺の父日向久志とあそこにいる日向様の父日向東様は双子の兄弟だった。しかし日向様の父東様はこの世に先に生まれた長男宗家の者。そして次男である俺の父は分家の者。宗家の跡継ぎが育ち3つになった時、俺は呪印を刻まれカゴの中の鳥となった。日向の分家にな。
どうしてそんなことする必要があんだよ。宗家とか分家とか分けることにそんなへんてこな印にどんな意味があんだってばよ。
この額の印はただの飾りじゃないんだよ。
いいかねし、あの宗家の日向様、お前はあのお方をお守りして日向の能力を守るために生きるのだ。
はい父上。
が
Why
良
did
い
he want to hurt
愚
her?
か者を許すのは今日限りだ。己が宿命を決して忘れるでないぞ。
Why did he want to hurt a
宗家が
3-year-old?
結ぶ秘因は分家の者の脳神経を簡単に破壊する。あるよ、日向様が何者かにさらわれかけた。その時日足様はすぐに駆けつけ、そいつを殺した。そいつは同盟条約を結んだばかりの雷の国の忍び頭だった。初めから白眼の秘密を狙ってやってきたことは明らかだ。しかし雷の国は計画失敗で自国の忍びが殺されたことをいいことに、木の葉の条約違反として理不尽な条件を突きつけてきた。しかし戦争を避けたい木の葉は雷とある裏取引をした。
取引
They would sacrifice someone in
雷側の
return.
要求は白眼の決定限界を持つ日向宗家、つまり日足様の死体を渡せというものだった。
Oh, twins.
そして木の葉はその条件を飲んだ。そして無事戦争は回避された。宗家を守るため日向日足の影武者として殺された俺の父親のおかげでな。力もほぼ同じ双子なのに、先に生まれるか後に生まれるか、そこで運命はすでに決まっていたのだ。そしてこの試合、お前の運命も俺が相手になった時点で決まっている。
I hope Naruto proves him wrong. The reason for his belief is quite sad. Doesn't make the belief any more right because he has a sad backstory. People die. They are literally fucking ninjas. Children die. Yeah, okay, so they were born ninjas, and that means that they might die in the line of duty, but I mean, we will die. That doesn't mean like, I guess in that case, in that regard, you can say, the moment you are born, your fate is sealed, because at the end of the day, you will die. And that is true. But if, here's my example. If a kid, I use this example a lot, but if a kid at school is bullying another kid, and I find out that kid gets bullied at home by their older brother, that doesn't mean I'm gonna say, oh, it's fine. You get bullied, so it's okay to bully. You have a sad backstory, so I'm gonna overlook this. You don't. No, I'm not going to overlook it. You teach them what is right and wrong, and if possible, you help them. And I still don't believe. I can understand why he believes what he believes. It sucks. His dad died. His dad couldn't become head of the family, but what then he that was it. He nothing else. He didn't find passion or in his wife and his son and whatever else he did. He didn't make a new dream. Like, was that his whole life? You were born, like, that's not you. How do I say just as much as his dad's fate was sealed, the guy who became the head, his fate was sealed too, but they chose to stay. They chose to, like, for me a good example is Mulan. She got born into a family where they literally tried to make her get married off, and they tried to make her, like, tell her you're not allowed to fight you're not, you this, you are born as a woman, so you cannot this, you should that. That was, her fate was as much sealed. Mulan is a brilliant, actually so much love the movie Mulan, I should watch it again. Her fate was sealed. She was born a woman. She was meant to be married off, and when she wanted to fight for her dad, she couldn't do that. But she chose differently. And so it's very sad, honestly, that his dad died. But when you die, if you lived your life with purpose, going after your dream, don't tell me just because he was born a Hyuga or a Hugh whatever, his one dream in life was to become, from the moment he was born, was to become the head. But alas, he cannot, because he is the younger brother. He had nothing else he wanted to live for, no other happiness. No, he must have had. Or he was like his son, and he was just always angry that he didn't become the head. And that was his choice, if that was what he wanted to hold on to. And then he died, and everyone dies at one point. No one has to die. Yes, it sucks when someone dies. But my point is, like, you can't, just because someone died earlier than expected doesn't mean like you get to hold on to the anger for the rest of your life and then freaking hurt everyone around you because, well, you're sad and angry and now you want to make other people sad and angry. Understandable? Yeah, sure, it's understandable. Like, it's shame. It's understandable. Obviously, if this was a real person, I would not have fake sympathy, because I can tell, like, I'm trying to feel sympathy, but I don't, because he's not a real person. And also because he's really mean and annoying. The way he, like, not before all of this episode. So it's understandable, and sure, you can feel sympathy for someone like that, but it doesn't make their actions okay. That doesn't make their beliefs right. And he'll have to learn that, you know, just because his dad died, which wasn't fair, it sucked. But that doesn't mean because your dad chose a certain attitude in life and then died unhappily and you were unhappy. And like, I just imagine, remember, I want to talk about something that's from One Piece again. But it's gonna be a spoiler, so I'll talk about it and have my hand up, and then if I'm gonna stop talking about it, I'll take my hand down. So if you don't want to hear about One Piece, you don't have to be spoiled. It's quite early on in One Piece, so okay, so there's this part where Luffy basically almost dies in Log Town, and then, you know, just before he died, he smiled. He was like, sorry guys, I'm dead, because he lived his whole life for his dream, and whether or not it comes true, as long as he's living for it, he's prepared for death, because yeah, everyone dies, and it sucks when it's an unfair death, and it sucks when, you know, you have kiddies that you want to take care of them. It sucks for a parent, it sucks for a child to lose a parent, it sucks even more for a parent to lose a child. It, like, death sucks, but it's inevitable. The one thing that we are all gonna have to face one day is our death, you know? And anyway, what I really love about Luffy was, in that moment he smiled, and the legacy that he's gonna leave for his friends is not, oh, I'm so angry, Luffy died unfairly and he was resigned to his fate, he was born, we don't even know where he was born, but he could never become the Pirate King because he died, and then they're sad and they're angry for the rest of their lives. That's not the legacy he left behind. The legacy he would have left behind is, you know, there was someone that really fucking went for their dreams and they didn't make it at the end, but damn, they had fun trying, and damn, we had some good times the short time we spent together. And that's life, that's living. That I mean I love, like, no, not everyone reaches their dreams, but the people that go for them, that believe in them, they're much more likely to achieve them, and those that give up early, they don't. And don't tell me that his only, like, I don't even think this Neji kid, like, do you even know what your dream is? Do you really want to, is that your only dream? Is that the only thing you want is to become head of the family? There's nothing else in your life that you could live for. There's no other dream that you could pursue. Like, I'm not saying he should choose another dream. I'm just saying I don't feel like, he was a happy little kid. He didn't even know what it means to be head of the family. He just went about his life. Oh, she's cute, Dad. Look how cute. Training, yeah. Like, but then he got mad, and now he's suddenly mad about not being able to be head of the family. Was that really your dream, or are you just now angry at the world and angry and angry and angry and angry? And that's fine. Okay, I can stop this now. I can understand him being angry. I don't agree with his. Like, you can have your beliefs by all means. If you wanna believe that you're resigned to your fate and you can't whatever, if that's your belief, then that's fine. But the way he goes about spewing it at others and trying to break them down and make them believe that he is right, like, you try to fight me, but you're gonna lose because that's your fate. Like, no. If they're gonna lose because they're not stronger than you, but not because that's their fate. They could work hard and they could become stronger than you. Or they could get hurt, and then if someone's only dream is to defeat one person, like, sometimes, like, I had different dreams when I was growing up. I tried to figure out my shit. I thought I wanted to do this, but then I started going there and it got too difficult and I gave up. And then I realized, if I could give up, then is that really what I want? And then I rethought, and I here's a quick example. I was, after high school, I just went to study whatever I could, okay? Like, my parents didn't, I was born into like my dad's family, my mom's family, they're not everyone, but our extended family are mostly really poor. I think one other kid went to university. They didn't believe that I was gonna, they never put up a study fund for me, like they didn't save for my university funds, nothing. Like, that was not, in the cards for me. But then I worked really hard. Yeah, Neji, I worked really hard, and I saw all my other friends going to university, and I thought, well, I want to go to university. If everyone goes to university, like, people that I looked up to, people, I wouldn't call them, yeah, some of my friends I would call at that point, especially when I was 17 and 18, I think I started changing things a bit. My darkest times were up to like age 16, and then when 17 came around, because of the lowest point, and then I started working really hard, even harder, and yeah, eventually I got a bursary, like a full bursary, but only for a specific like line of study, which was teaching. So I could study like either teaching directly or a BA and then major in English, and then I could become a teacher after that. But the bursary thing, grant, whatever you want to call it, that I got was teaching, because they pay for everything, but then if you study for 3 years or 4 years and they pay for you, then you need to work 4 years for, basically you work for 4 years at a public school of their choice or something to just pay back your loan, but not monetarily, because a teacher would never be able to earn that much in 4 years, but just with time. Anyway, so I went to study because I thought, like, that's what I wanted. Is everyone studying? It's amazing to go study. That's the dream. That's what I should want. That's And I went to study, and I went through an existential crisis, but I guess it was, I don't know, a small existential crisis, compared to what some people go through. But then I realized I don't want to do this. I wanted to drop out. Dad didn't want me to, and they kept telling me, just keep going, and I didn't know, like, if I drop out I have to go back home. I don't want to go back home, so I kept trying, and I worked really hard, and I got really great grades, but I was really unhappy. Got really depressed, but my anxiety got really bad. And then in my third year I decided that I don't want to live like this anymore. I'm gonna start getting help. And I asked for help, like, from professionals. I went for say therapy, and I changed my mindset, and I started dreaming again, like thinking, who am I really? What do I want? I don't want to be a teacher. I never chose that, really. Like, that just happened to, I just wanted to study because I thought that's what I should want. That's the dream. That is, I thought study, get married, have kids, white picket fence, that's the dream that I should have. And then I realized, no, that's not. And when I was about my third year, I started figuring my shit out, started sorting my own, because I mean, Neji's a kid. He doesn't even know what he wants yet. He can't say that he's resigned to his fate because he doesn't even know what he wants. So how can he doesn't even, he can't try because he doesn't even know what he wants. He feels resigned to a certain fate, but that's his choice. But anyway, because Mulan. But anyway, so I said this is gonna be quick, but now I'm telling the whole damn story. But anyway, so I'm summarizing it though. So then I started figuring my shit out, and that's when I started doing YouTube videos, start pushing my boundaries and start trying new things, start figuring out what I really want. Figured out that I really want to, I really like doing this and I want to do it more, but I don't want to get my degree because I feel like that's going to be like my backup plan. I will never go full out for my dream if I have a backup plan, because then I'm always just going to be, when it gets difficult, I'm just going to fall back and be like, oh no, I'm just going to go teach because that was my fate. I have this degree and I can't reach for my dreams because it's too difficult, and again, it's not my fate, it's not my past, so I'm just gonna resign myself to my fate, whatever. So I didn't want to be able to do that, so I dropped out, and this time I was dating someone at the time, so I didn't have to go back home. I actually moved in with him and his family, and they were like a big family of dreamers and doing difficult things, and I just kind of still wasn't, I tried new things, and I know that I wanted to find out what I wanted to do. And then I fell into this family, and I just started helping them achieve their dreams, because at this time they had a salon. They moved to a new town completely, like, and they sold their successful business here that was in Cayseron, and they moved to Cape Town, and I actually knew the guy from high school. And then they had a new salon and a new restaurant. They were trying to make these two businesses work again and build everything from the bottom up, and I was working in the salon and I was working in the restaurant trying to help them and trying to figure my own shit out. But then I couldn't figure my own shit out because I was always trying to help them and support them. And then I just kind of decided, okay, I want to do hairdressing, because I was working in the salon, and somewhere along those lines, I thought I wanted to become a life coach, because I thought if I can't figure my own shit out, I want to help others figure their shit out, their life purpose, their path. So I wanted to do that, but that was kind of giving up. Like, I can't reach my dreams anymore, so I want to help others reach theirs, figure it out earlier, and then follow it, and actually help them believe in themselves, because I couldn't do that for myself. So that was kind of also giving up. And but then at the same time, I was working at the salon and at the restaurant and everything, and I said, okay, I can study hairdressing at the same time as I'm studying life coaching, and I can, like, give people makeovers, like inside out makeovers, make them look good, make them feel good, give them a life plan, and then there you go off into the world, make your dreams come true, because I couldn't. And then I started studying hairdressing. Me and the guy broke up, and then I started working in a salon. I came back home, finished my hairdressing thing, mostly. There's still like hours that you need to do after to get an official, and then I don't know. But I finished a year of college at least. And then I came back home, started working in a salon. I hated it because there's no time to talk to anyone, no time to help them figure out a life plan. So I stopped working there, and I decided I'm going to do my own thing. I want to make my own practice, like have a little home salon, do inside out makeovers like I originally planned. Moved to Durban, tried to do that, but you need freaking money to start a business. So I had to like do other jobs and stuff and try and do my own thing. Just fell flat, everything fell flat. Had to give up, move back to Richards Bay, back to my dad's house. And then I was like, while all of this was happening, by the way, while I was slowly failing, I realized I was failing, and I was like, oh my god, I need to fucking focus, take all my failures and figure out what the fuck I want. What do I want to do? I was doing YouTube a lot at the time, also through everything, because I enjoyed it. I like dealing with people, like that discussion. I like talking to people. I like talking about life, philosophy, not philosophy in particular, but these kinds of things. I like doing YouTube. I like looking good, making others feel good. Like when I say looking good, like I like dressing up for videos, or I want to do cosplay in the future, blah blah blah. And I thought, how can I take all of this shit that I love doing, how can I make this a job? How can I learn from all my failures? Didn't want to do a hairdresser, but I do love the aspect of, you know, looking good, feeling good. Didn't become a life coach, but how can I, didn't do YouTube, but because I did YouTube before. So all of these failures, what can I do with them? What is it from everything that I've learned? What do I want? And then I planned out a whole thing, and I sat with my dad, and I was like, this is what I want to do. This is the plan, which is YouTube and live streaming and talking with people and sharing my story. I was like, this is my plan. This is more or less how I think I can make money with it. Can you give me a year to make this work? And then at the end, I'll show you my results. And then if I fail again, I will go back to hairdressing or whatever. And then I did it. And I have 100,000 subscribers and like 2,000 patrons. And I'm making videos and I'm streaming. And I've done a couple of cosplay, although I can definitely improve on that. And I mean, it's not like I've reached my dreams, I'm done now, it's not like that, but I am literally living the dream. Like I'm happy, and I have more dreams and further goals in this direction. I don't wanna, like, it's not like when I was doing hair, like I was good at everything that I did, don't get me wrong. When I was in high school, I got great grades. I went to university, I got great grades, but I was unhappy. When I was studying at the hair academy, when I was waitressing, whatever I did, I was really good at it. And at the hair college, I was one of the top 2 students. At the university, I was there was a golden, in my first year, not in my second year, but in my first year, I was one of the golden circle or whatever. Like I got the best grades some of the best grades, but probably because there's so many students, I was probably top 100 or something, but still, I was really good. In my high school, I was top 20. There was this also elite 20 and then elite 10. I made it into the top 10 once. I was really good at everything I did, but I was always unhappy. I gave up, not because I failed in terms of I couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it anymore because I was like, this is not where I belong. And yeah, I failed 100 times, but I kept going and kept figuring shit out. And now I can honestly say that I have figured shit out. I don't mean like, oh, I've got everything figured out. I'm like, you know, I just mean like, I know who I am, I know what I want, and I made it happen, you know? And there's no fucking way, when you look at where I'm from, when you look at my parents' history and their jobs and who they are, there's nothing about my life that anyone would have said, this girl who was born today on the 24th of March 1993 with these parents in this town, she will one day have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, 2,000 patrons. She will be able to stream and talk to hundreds of people and give her opinions and poorly deal with trolls sometimes. Like, there was nothing about my birth that resigned me to this fate. Like, this is something that through many failures I made happen because I worked hard. So there's just no way that I can sit and listen to someone like Neji. And although I feel like on a level, if like I just put my annoyance aside with his attitude, although I can feel like an understanding and a sympathy for why he is like that, that doesn't mean it's okay. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh yeah, you feel that way, because no, I won't ever enable that kind of attitude. Like, if you wanna be that way, if you wanna feel that way for whatever reason, you have your reasons and I can sympathize with that, but I'm gonna always tell you it's a choice, and I don't condone those beliefs. Like, you can feel them, but I'm not gonna be here telling you that you're right. You know, I can't, not after everything, not after the life I've lived. I'm sorry. So yeah, I still have a lot of shit that I want to do, and Naruto has a lot of shit that he wants to do, and we're not gonna let someone like Neji just give up either. Like, don't tell us what we can and can't do. And also, like, we don't want people like us, we don't want someone like Neji to also, like, don't think that, don't feel like, yeah, sure, it sucks what happened, but I'm not gonna sit here and condone it. Like, I don't want you to give up either, because unhappy people make an unhappy community, and unhappy communities hurt each other. So, well, like Neji hurts others, and he doesn't need to. He's fucking strong. There's a lot of shit he can do in his life, a lot of shit he can accomplish, a lot of people he can help, but he can't do those things if he has that attitude and he just keeps tearing people down. So I'm not gonna be okay with that. He can think that, but I'm not gonna let him hurt others with that kind of attitude. But I mean, he's a fictional character, so I'm hoping through Naruto that Naruto will make him stop hurting others, like, and show him through his actions that, Neji, dude, what happened to you sucked, but that doesn't mean just because of the life your dad lived and how it ended up that that's the, like, factual truth, that's a universal law. Naruto will show him, and I will live through that moment. I don't know if it's gonna come in the next episode, I don't know if it's gonna come whenever, but one day I will see Naruto show Neji that his beliefs, they're not immutable, undeniable laws or whatever. So anyway, that's it from my side. I'm going to watch the last episode next. Sorry, I forgot to score the episode, so let me just quickly do. It was mostly backstory stuff. I don't know, sad backstory, but not particularly good. His dad was sad that he didn't get hit, and then I feel like this might have been more expanded on in the manga. I didn't really understand his dad. Was he mad that Hinata got an opportunity that his son couldn't, and then did he want to hurt her? What was that about? I don't really understand that. But then at the end he died unfairly, and that sucks. But yeah, I was told, and I thought, I don't know, I felt like it was fine, it was good. I'm gonna give it an 8 for story. Wait, this is 61. they showed me the reason for his thoughts, but okay. Like in the last episode, I still thought like I gave a 9 for characters in the last episode, mostly because of Neji, because although I disagree with his character's belief, I still feel like the last episode embodied his character or showed me his character more, but this episode just, it showed his reasoning, but like I didn't particularly feel for it. It was just like, okay, that sucks. But I don't know, it didn't really do I don't know what, for me, characters, I don't know, it didn't expand on anything. It gave the reason. Okay. And it's a reason, but yeah, no, I'm gonna give it a 7. I feel like and I don't mean to compare, but if I think of like the character backstories of some I've seen in One Piece, even with characters that have nothing to do with the main, like there's one backstory that has nothing to do with the main cast, but it sits one character's belief in the prison. The backstory has nothing even to do with the prison character, but well, it has to do with him, and it shows his reasoning and blah blah. But this was just like, it was good, but it wasn't. 7 is still good though. Don't get me wrong. Audio didn't really stand out particularly, and I'm gonna give it 7. Enjoyment. Wait, what did I miss here? Oh, visuals. Nothing in particular. There was that one when the fight happened at the start, but visuals, I would say 7.5. And then enjoyment, 7. So that gives an overall score of, wow, the video is getting quite long. 8 plus 7 plus 7.5 plus 7 plus 7 equals 36.5 divided by 50 times 10. That is a 7.3, which isn't bad at all. And I know that there are people that probably really relate to Neji's character and his feelings. So yeah, I hope that me disliking his like beliefs and stuff, not disliking it but disagreeing with it, I hope you don't feel it as a personal attack. It's not, it's just like people have different opinions, and I'm here to share mine. So please don't feel it like a personal attack. If you resonate with his reasoning in his past, that's fine. I'm just hoping that he grows and he learns and he becomes happier, because he is not a very happy character. He's a very hurt character. He has a very, I mean, his dad died. He saw, well, I don't know if he saw his dad die, but you know, he saw his dad unhappy for most of his life. I feel his dad had this aura of unhappiness about him. He was always angry at his fate, and he never challenged it the way Mulan challenged her fate. He was just resigned to it, so much so that he felt resentment and anger at a 3-year-old. And yeah, that was Neji's example, and that his dad died, and I guess, you know, now he feels like, with that example, how else would he feel? Like, that's, I understand his beliefs, I disagree with them, and I hope that Naruto shows him that, you know, it's his, if he's gonna keep choosing, if he's gonna keep believing that for the rest of his life, that it's his choice, and not because, you know, he doesn't have another choice. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye. Okay, hello again, and welcome back to my lost Naruto reaction for today. Without further ado, I'm going to jump into the lost episodes. And even if he does this, it's not because you guaranteed it, but I really hope he wins.
救えないやつだ。試験か。終わりだ。
Is it though?
落ちこぼれの底力。
That's promising. I saw the top title, Hidden Power. Is he gonna summon the big frog? Yes.
逃げねえ。まっすぐ自分の言葉を曲げねえ。それが俺の人道だ。
聞いたようなセリフだな。
お前みたいな運命だなんだ。そんな逃げ腰野郎には絶対負けねえ。
Yes!
ナルト。
Coward. I'm sorry, but that is such the perfect embodiment of what I feel. Thank you, Naruto, for validating my feelings.
人は生まれながらに逆らうことのできない運命を背負って生まれてくる。
You might have a
一
whole
生
other
拭い
life
落とせぬ
possible
因
for
を背
you.
負う運命がどんなものか、お前などにわかるものか。
Naruto won't understand. You don't understand what he's been through and the burden he carries, so... Fucking Neji, who grew up with tons of family, tons of people training him, lifting him up. You wanna tell Naruto he doesn't know how you feel?
ああ、わかるってばよ。んで、それが何？こ
いつ。
別にてめえだけが特別じゃねえんだってばよ。
Damn, for this episode, Naruto is going on my favorites list.
宗家を守る分家が試験だからって日向をあんなにして、本当はお前だって運命に逆らおうと必死だったんだろ。
ならお前の言っていることが正しいか
Yes,
どうか
Naruto,
見せてもらおう
show
か。
him. Show him.
絶対お前倒してそれを証明してやる。クソとは言ってもチャクラを全く感じね
Think of something. And then what happened? What did you do then? That's when you did, because he made you use up all your chakra and then he pushed you down.
そうだ、9尾のチャクラ。
I'm so excited.
クソギツネ、力を貸しやがれ。
That's like, you can't mistake
無
that
駄だ
way.
と言っただろう。
He's using... I'm sorry, but the fucking beauty of this, I'm freaking salivating from my mouth at the beauty of the poetry, of the story and everything. His seal, Naruto's seal, the thing that is like, I'm sorry, but 10 times worse than Neji's seal, right? The thing, Neji told him, you can't understand how I feel because the seal locked up or sealed me to my fate, blah, 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 blah. You can't understand. But Naruto can understand. Not only that, but it is that which now, his fate, that seal, that what made his life so fucking crap, his whole damn childhood, he's using that now to defeat he will. That I saw the episode title, Hidden Power. He's gonna defeat him. I just know it. I really, really hope so. And he will use exactly what Neji is complaining about. The seal that made his life suck so much and that sealed his fate and the blah blah blah. Naruto went through all of that and worse. And worse. And he will now use that thing that was the reason his life sucked. He will now use that to defeat Neji. That is the best defeat to this person in this. Oh, I'm sorry about it.
どうしてそこまで自分の運命に逆らおうとする?
Yeah, why? Show him what?
落ちこぼれだと言われたからだ。
バカだ。チャクラが漏れ出している。どういうことだ。
Whoa, that is fucking improvement. That is development. That is.
そんなありえない。
このチャクラ間違いない。キューピ、いつの間にキューピのチャクラ。
I'm sorry, dude, but you're gonna do.
行くぞ。
巻きついていく。
すげえ力だ。修行の時より。
He's using his seal against. He's using what made his life suck. He's turning it into his power. He's trained so hard. He's some of the fucking giantest frog.
接近戦には自信があるんだろ。
You learn to flip at the wall. So good.
ヒューガの憎しみの運命だかなんだか死ねえがな。お前が無理だっつうならもう何もしなくていい。
まずい。回転を。
俺がおかげになってからヒューガを変えてやるよ。
Wow. He'll do it for him. Doesn't want to do it himself.
なんてチャクラだ。あのガキバカ力出しやがって。
ネジの回転は体を回転し相手のチャクラをいなして弾く技。直に突っ込んだ分ナルト君の方がダメージが大きかったみたいね。 ネジに勝てる下人なんていないのよ。
落ちこぼれくん、悪いがこれが現実だ。これで本当に終わる。
I was afraid! Oh, they had me there. I was about to be like,
影分
you'll
身
show
の
him
穴
one
に残
day.
して勝
You
機を
will
見出
show
した
him.
か。やられても勝つことを信じ、次を考えて動くか。
Goodbye.
あの状況でとっさに影分身を。
Yeah, he
お前の得意忍術か。うかつだった。
俺ってはアカデミーの卒業試験に3度落ちてる。運悪く卒業試験に出る忍術のテストがいつも決まって俺の一番苦手な忍術だったからだ。
Damn, this is good.
分身の術は俺の一番苦手な忍術だったんだ。
Fucking 11 out of 10 for story, bitch. 11 out of 10.
運命がどうとか変われねえとかそんなつまんねえことメサメサ言ってんじゃねえよ。
I love this so much.
お前は俺と違って落ちこぼれじゃねえんだから。
勝者渦巻きナルト。
Sorry, I don't want to scream. Make you all deaf.
いやおい、分かっちゃったってばよ。次回失格危険前倒し波乱含みの大本戦。
Yeah, that was good. Okay. Well, first, before I give my review and stuff, thoughts, score, whatever, let me just quickly. What? Still 14 minutes left before episode 59 is uploaded? Damn. It's taking long. Okay. Well, it's after midnight, so I could start uploading. So technically I do have access now to the score board, but now I already started the first 3 episodes scoring it here, so I'll get to that later. While I anyway want all the flow to go to that upload so I can get up. Story 11 out of 10. Characters 10 out of 10 because Naruto, bitch. Yes. Where's my Annie list? Can I just quickly add a Naruto to my favorite? I can't. This cannot wait. Naruto, heart, and then there. I'm not looking at the text. I'm looking away from the text. And then I don't know if he's gonna be top like 12 because only the top 12 actually show up on here. I don't think it would be. But it is. Let's quickly really be serious about this. My top. Wait, I put him as favorite. He should be on the top here. Where? Load, bitch. Load. Oh, it's because it's loading so slowly. That's why. Come on. Oh, he's gonna be at the very bottom. Oh god, now this is very bad. Because now I'm using all this internet and I just said I want all the internet to be focused on the upload, but this cannot wait. I have lots of characters on my favorites list, but they're not ordered by anything particular. but I want to put him on the top, one of the tops. I doubt he would be. I should actually order this at some point. See, what happens here is top 12 boys, I think there's top 13 boys and top 12 girls, if I'm not mistaken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wait, let me show you like this. Only the top 24 are ordered because that's the only ones that show up on my main profile. So my top 12 boys, or 13, is Tatsumaki, Zoro, Kyo, Luffy, Bakugo, Natsu, Kageyama, Ishigami, Senku. God, almost forgot his name. Damn, season 2 needs to come quick. Inosuke, Kurapika, what's his name? Kuranosuke and Inosuke. I get confused. Haven't read or watched that in a long time, but I can't take him off my list. Gintoki and for Noragami, no, I will remember it. I can hear her call his name. It slipped my mind. It's just one of those names that it's eluding me. How can I not remember his name? God, no, guys, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to sit here for 5 minutes now while I remember his name. I will not look it up. I will remember it. Because she shouts his name so many times and I can feel it, but I can't say it. It was an ooh. Noragami Yatsu no. Come on. Think. I can't. No, I can't not remember. She shouts it down the hole in one of the last episodes, man. And he says it. My mind has gone blank. Yoru. Oh no, I can't believe I have to look it up. Yato. I am so sad. I am disappointed in myself. I must commit seppuku. No, I'm joking. Okay, well, I have to say Naruto has to go. This is damn. I'm sorry, but this episode, this whole freaking. I'm sorry, but definitely above there. Definitely above there. I think I have to admit Kageyama has dropped a bit. Bakugo has dropped a bit. So yeah, I think this is good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I can only have 13 boys, 12 girls. So that means either Yato, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey, she got a new picture. 10, 11, 12. So either, you know, okay, well, I'm sorry, but I like Yato more than you know. So I'd rather have 14 boys and then 11 girls on. So yeah, that's gonna happen now. Do I like Yuno more or Yui? I almost think it's Yuno above Yui. Yeah, it's Yuno above Yui. 02 above Yuno. Yes. 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 Yes, 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 yes. Okay, the rest of them are fine. Okay, save order. So let's take a look at it. Yes, that's fine. I'm happy with that. I now have 14 boys and 11 girls instead of 12. Wait, or it was always 13-12 because there's 15 spaces. But now I'd rather because I like Yato more than Yui, like a lot more. So I would rather keep him on this list than Yui, and yeah, that is, I love that. Fucking this episode put him on the map. Like, I already liked his character a lot since the start because he was adorable, fucking adorable. Loved his energy. Once again, didn't always agree with his actions. But, you know, kids are allowed to make mistakes, or I don't have to, even if you didn't want to call it a mistake, I didn't have to agree with everything. I don't have to see everything as, you know, I didn't have to agree with everything he does. In my eyes, he decided to do one thing I didn't agree with, and, you know, that's not the end of the fucking world, because he's a child, and yeah. Even though I think he could have made a better decision, a lot of people obviously disagree with me, and that's fine. But that wasn't a deal breaker. I loved his character before that, and I loved him after, and now I love him even more because he embodied his beliefs. And then it definitely, a lot of it's thanks to the story, like how the story built up to this moment, and then perfectly illustrated, you know, Naruto's way of life and what it leads to. Like a lot of the most successful people literally had the worst stories. Like, people that I'm sorry, I bring this person up a lot. Nelson Mandela, who was literally in prison, became the president of South Africa because when he walked out of that prison, there's a quote, he said when he walked out of the prison, he left all his anger and hate behind, because then he would, even if he walked out carrying that hate and anger and resentment, he knew he wouldn't really be leaving his prison. So as far as I understand it, you know, he learned a lot in prison, he changed a lot in prison. He's always a person that believed certain things and that fought for certain things, but when he spent time in prison, Nelson Mandela, he used that time to change himself from the inside out. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Sorry. And then he changed himself, and when he went out of the prison, he left his hate and resentment behind, and he worked hard, and he became president of fucking South Africa. So, you know, that wouldn't have been possible. Like, who would have, if he told people, I want to be if he sat there in prison and he told people, I want to be the president of South Africa, you think people were going to be like, oh yeah, you could do that? No, people would have told him, sorry, not in the cards for you. Your fate is totally against you, dude. You're literally in prison. But he worked hard. He changed himself from the inside out, and he went on to become the president, one of the best, if not the best president South Africa has ever had. And he became the president, and yeah, he wasn't born. You don't look at where he was born, the time period he was born in. His whole fucking fate was against him. You think he was born in wherever he was born and someone said, oh, your fate is to become the president of South Africa. Well, first you're going to be in prison, but then you're going to be... No. But he worked hard. He fought for shit. He made mistakes. He learned. He grew. He changed himself from the inside. He worked hard again. And he became the president. Sorry. Mandela inspires me a lot. And there are so many stories like that. Not like Mandela's story, but lots of stories of people who had no fucking chance in hell. And yet they went after it. And they did it. And that's why, as sorry as I feel for Neji, I will not stand by and just swallow his words, like, or even agree with him, or even sympathize with him to a point where you keep him in his victim mentality. And that's what Naruto didn't do. He didn't say, yeah, you know, he challenged him. He told him he was wrong, and he fought him, and he beat him fair and square. And he showed him a different way. And I'm sure Neji will learn now that you can fight against your fate and not just fight angrily and hurt others and hurt, like, because I can't, so I'm gonna hurt others. Not just fight. You're like, really, because there's a difference between just keeping yourself in that prison and just banging against the walls and screaming and being angry and tearing down others that are there. There's a difference between that and using your time in your prison, like Mandela did, and learning and growing and becoming a better person, and then going on to become the president of South Africa. And that's what Naruto did. That's his seal, his fate. He was born, literally born with that freaking nine-tailed things inside of him. That was his prison. Like, people treated him differently. He suffered a lot because of it. And he literally used that, his own prison, he used that to beat Neji. He used that to, like, if he was a normal kid with normal parents and whatnot, do you think he would have wanted to become the Hokage? Do you think he would have gone on to as much greatness as we know he will? Sometimes, I'm sorry, but it's sad. Like, sometimes it's like as if the worst things you go through, the more life is preparing you for, and you can let it break you, or you can let it shape you. That sounded cliche, but it's so true. Don't let it, because it sounds cliche, let it lose its meaning. Anyway, Naruto, let it shape him, and he is amazing, and I love him. Okay, so 11 out of 10 for story, 10 out of 10 for characters. Visuals, I'm gonna go with 7.5. I mean, I would have given it an 8, but I'm watching in 360p, so that sucks a bit. And we've seen what they can do in terms of animation and stuff, and they didn't need to go there with this part because it was the story, like, was everything. They didn't need to, like, the animation and the visuals are good, but they didn't need to go like where they've gone before, because all of the fucking everything was with the story and Naruto and everything. Okay, okay, so 7.5 for visuals. Audio, I would say, strong 9. Strong 9 for audio. Kind of gonna go ahead, give it a 9 point. Damn, I talked too long now, and now I forgot. It's probably really loud now, I don't know. I'm gonna give it 9.4. It was really fucking great. The build up, everything. Enjoyment, 10. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 10. And that gives an overall score of, where's my calculator? Let me just quickly, okay, let that start uploading. Oh yeah, it's going faster now. Why always after like this time it starts going faster? Anyway, it started with 8 hours, then went down to 4 in 20 minutes, and then went down to 2 in another 20 minutes, and then like it took about an hour and 20 minutes in total, but started with 8 hours. Now this one says 14 minutes, which is normal. Don't understand. Anyway, it's like they limited the speed until after 1. Anyway, why do I keep saying anyway? I'm too hype. My thoughts are all over the place. Quickly, what did I want to do? Calculator. Okay, so 11 plus 10 plus 7.5 plus 9.4 plus 10 equals a 47.9 divided by 50 times 10 gives us a 9.58 average. Would I round it up to a 9.6? I feel like 9.5 for the overall episode. I'm happy with that score. Yes. Okay, so that is it from my side. Fucking great episode. I feel so amazing right now. So happy and amazed. I'm really looking forward to sharing the episodes with you guys. I will see you next week. Thursday for episode 63 and 64. Bye.